chairs.
Okay, I'll be quiet.
Okay. Hi guys. So I wanted to go and make a video today for to show how to use vinyl versus our normal transfers with chalk paste. And another reason, I keep bumping the table and the thing's like wobbling, so sorry about that. Another reason I want to show this project is because we have a Easter kit coming up soon. Will you throw me a peep per chance? We have a kit coming up soon, and we are going to be doing a Easter class with Confections of a Cake Lover and the Kilted Kiln. So this fun project that we are going to be offering, I want to show you how to do it so that you guys will feel more comfortable and can bring the kiddos in to do it. Also, when they make this sign, this is their vinyl that they're going to be using. They get a cute little adorable peep to go with their sign. So this is how the project's going to start. It's just going to start with a plain white plaque. I put some black dry brushing already on the board, but you can have your kids put any color dry brushing that they like on this. So, okay, let's get started so we can get going on this sign. So this is how it's going to start. With your vinyl's going to come like this, ready with your carrier sheet on top. So when you go to peel your vinyl, we want to go face down. And we want to, I'm not sure how well you can see, I could zoom in a little bit. We want to go nice and slow when we're peeling the back off. And we want to peel it really flat like this. If we're peeling it just like this really quick, some of your vinyl pieces are going to pull up with your backer, and that we don't want that to happen. So the flatter you keep the vinyl or the backing, the easier this is going to peel. So you just keep it flat and roll. So right here I have a piece that came up with it. So what I do is just push it right back down and roll it backwards like that. And that's how we get this, the backer off our sheet to begin with. So now I am done. I have my vinyl ready to go. This is sticky, so when you stick these down, you can't really like stick it down and then pick it up and then stick it down and move it around and stuff. So you can lay it on here and wiggle it wherever you want this sign to go, but you can't really rub it down and then decide to peel it up later. So I have this cut to very similar size of my board. So I'm gonna just rub this down now that I have it in place. This is where I'm putting it, right here in the middle. And I'm gonna just rub this down really, really, really good on my surface. And I'm lifting this up to do so that I don't shake my phone off the table. Okay, so there I have my vinyl stuck down. So now I need to get this clear part off of my sign so that I'm able to paint. So to do that, we want to do the same thing as we did on the back sheet. We want to start to peel. I always hold my vinyl with my second hand, and I'm going to peel nice and slow, pulling back. And it is wanting to pull my vinyl up with it, so that's why I just use my hand and rub it back down as I go. So this is all very normal when you're working with vinyl. It gets a little intimidating because it wants to pull up with it, and that's very normal. So you just push your vinyl back down. Even if it pulls up somewhere, we can rub it back down. And I'm sure everybody has different techniques for the way they do their vinyls. This is, we've been doing custom signs here for a long time, and this is just kind of what works best for us. And there I can see it pulled up a little bit around the name, so I'm just rubbing it right back down and it's good to go. There, my E pulled up, so I'm just going to push it right back down. And when we do this class, these signs are obviously going to be customizable to your kid's name. I mean, if you want the sign for yourself, we can do that too. You can put your name on it, or you could put welcome, which we did a welcome Peeps kit. I think we still have like 1 or 2 of those left. Okay, so see, that's how we peel the backing off of our sign. So now any of these little places right here, I'm just gonna go rub it right back down because I wanna make sure my vinyl is really good and stuck down so it doesn't bleed. And a lot of it does kind of pull up when you're pulling the backing sheet off, and that's okay because we're just gonna rub it right back down now. All right, so I'm going to start with the name here at the top, and I'm gonna do that in black. We're gonna be using acrylic paint. I know this looks like a chalk paste jar, but we just reuse these for acrylic paints too. So I'm gonna start with black, and I'm gonna just use a little dauber like this. So what I'm gonna do is dip some in the paint here, and then I'm gonna dab it in the lid so that I have a nice even coating of paint. I have a couple bubbles around where my opening is, so I'm just gonna rub that down first and then paint. We just dab straight up and down when we do this. And now that I have that part covered where the bubble was, I can just keep going and not have to go back to that spot again. I know that there are different techniques for this where you can start with a base coat of the color of your board, and that does work very well. We've done that. I've also heard where you can use Mod Podge as your base layer and then your paint over top. I particularly wasn't a fan of that method. It peeled when I did that, but I know that works too. Okay, so there we have our first section covered, just like this. And since we're using acrylic paint, we're going to let it dry. Instead of, with chalk paste, you would have to peel that right away. Okay, so now I'm gonna just start coloring in my bunnies however I want to. No rhyme or reason to where I put the colors or whatever colors I use. You guys can use whatever colors you want to use on your sign. I'm just trying to go with kind of an Easter theme, I guess. Our pastels. And I'm doing the same thing with this paint here. I'm just dabbing a little bit on my brush, and then I dab it on the lid first so that it's nice and even. And then go ahead and start dabbing it over top of the spot of vinyl where I want it to go. And this is how we do vinyl. If you guys ever get a to-go kit, this is how we would send it to you. Okay, so we got yellow. We're gonna do pink. And we'll use this brush. Okay, so I got some on my brush. I'm gonna dab it on the lid. I don't know where to put the pink. Maybe this one here. P for pink. For the peep. So this is what, during the class for with the kids to make the sign, this is how they actually are going to be making their sign. So parents can help out with peeling the vinyl because that is tricky for kids. So then you guys just hand them some paintbrushes and they can start painting their own sign, their own peeps. And as you can see, I'm not using, it doesn't take very much paint at all to do this stuff either. This one I'm just gonna squirt it right on my brush because I don't feel like getting a paint tray. One less thing to clean. If I have paint left. To roll some of this paint out of here. Whoa. I love this paint so much. Okay, so I'm just putting a little bit on this sponge brush and just dabbing it right over my bunny, trying not to hit the bunny next to it. Although that would be kind of neat. That would look almost like tie-dye. Put it, mix your colors all over. All right, so there's that one. And we have some green and then purple. So the thing too with vinyl signs that we do, we do like the vinyl to be dry before we pull it out. Thanks, Marnie. You can make one. I can send you one for the kiddos for them to make for Easter. But this is, I don't even remember what I was just saying. I don't know. I got distracted. Oh, vinyl. Like I was saying before, when we do the chalk, we peel right away because we can't let the chalk paste dry. Otherwise it dries into the screen. Well, this doesn't have a screen in it, so now we like to let the paint dry before we peel the vinyl. It just gives it a nice cleaner, crisp edge when you do it that way versus peeling it while the paint is wet. There's still sometimes bleeds, which is, I mean, this is crafting. This is what happens. We're making these things with our hands. So there's always accidents in crafting and painting. And all we do is just learn how to touch them up. We're almost done. Okay, so there we have it. Our last little peep is now painted. And I'm just going, I got a little bit of blue here on my yellow, so I'm just gonna touch that up really quick before I peel this off. So like I said, we want this to be dry before we peel. And since I'm not using white, I'm gonna go ahead and use the blow dryer just to speed up the drying process. For some reason, white paint will tend to crack when you blow dry it. I can see my vinyl all kind of like crinkling too as I do this. So I'll have to be careful also when peeling it up so that it doesn't rip some of the wood up with it, because that has happened. But it's almost dry. Don't want it to be sticky, because then it peels. Still very wet. Okay. All right, so this is what my sign currently looks like before I start to peel off my vinyl. I'm gonna start here up from the top, and we have this little tool. It's a picker tool, and that will help get my little pieces out here. So like inside my bunnies, I have the vinyl that's holding in the letters. So I'm gonna go ahead and easily peel those out. We just have to be kind of careful that you don't like dig a hole into the wood of your surface here. We just want to kind of catch the edge of the vinyl with the tool and peel this up just like that. You could draw the letters on here too if you wanted, instead of leaving the inside pieces, but I wanted mine to match the background of my board. Okay, so that's what I have so far here too. You can see my peeps. And now I'm just gonna start peeling off the rest of the vinyl. There we go. And there's my sign. Super quick and easy little wooden sign made with vinyl instead of our chalk transfers this time. And like I said, we're gonna be offering this as a class with the confections in the Kilted Kiln also. But you could always order one as a kit if you would like. And let's just show it with the Peep here. Because they get to pick out a Peep while supplies last, I should say. So then there would be their cute little sign, and there's their cute little Peep. So what do you guys think? Give me a thumbs up or some hearts if you love this project, and keep an eye out on our page to be seeing when we post the class. Okay, bye everybody.